Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Real Work with Ron Whatley. It is yours truly, Ronald L. Whatley Jr. Hey, today I want to come to you all and discuss, talk about separation and elevation. Um, there's scripture out there that tells us that we're to be in the world, but not of the world. Um, it also states that, we're supposed to separate the wheat from the tares. Now, the situation is any person that knows anything about gardening, and I mean it's just simple flowers or that you see landscape that you see when you come up upon properties or wherever the stuff is displayed. We all notice that the weeds kind of make things uh, a little. I mean, it takes away the beauty of what's there, the shrubs or the flowers or what have you, the mulch once the weeds start to grow through the mulch. And just was talking about, with separation and elevation, you have to separate the wheat from the tares. You have to separate the weeds from the flowers because what weeds do is they come up and once they get strong enough, I mean, they're growing and they're coming from beneath. And once they grow, they begin to come up and they kill what we call beauty. They kill the flower. They kill what we see. But the issue is that the weeds, you don't see them growing until they appear. And once they appear, they've already been deeply rooted. And anybody that knows anything again about landscaping or gardening, you have to grow deep and you have to go to the root and pull that thing out. So you have to uproot it for it to die. And a lot of times we have our own weeds in our lives. We have things that are manifesting for many years throughout childhood, throughout adulthood, through experiences, through hurt, pain, disappointments, and whatever. And those are weeds. Those weeds are coming up to choke, kill, and take out, destroy our flowers, to destroy our blossom. They don't want those weeds are not going to allow us to continue to beautify our walk, our walk with God, to beautify our selves as human beings, individuals, our relationships with our children, with our spouses, with our families, our friends. So what we have to do is separate the wheat from the tares. The wheat is what you want. The tares is what you want to get rid of. To be in the world and not of the world, meaning we're here, we're living here. We're living here amongst a lot of evil things, a lot of bad things, a lot of sad things. But what we have to do is get to that place where, excuse me, we have to get to that place where we separate so that we can elevate. You know, one of the things is that I've been, um, one of the quotes I've been using a lot lately is I'm an overcomer because it's within me. I mean, because greater is He that is within me than he that is in the world, and that just backs up to the part of being in the world but not of it. So we can't be of the world, and what that means is we can't serve two gods because we're going to love one and hate the other. You know, it just we have to get back to the principles and the basics of what we are here to do, what our divine purpose is here on earth. And I feel like once we can do that, a lot of things will be better. You know, there will be a lot. If you could serve God in money, let's just use that as an example. If we could do that, and there would be no repercussions, no consequences, no issues with that, there would be a lot more stronger families in this earth. Okay, and I just took that quote from Charlize Gaston. Um, Again, if we could do both, first of all, it wouldn't be written in the Bible, but there would be a lot stronger families. There would be stronger marriages. There would be stronger mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, units. Because man wasn't put here on this earth to be alone. We weren't here to be, an island. We were here to be a community. And when that old saying is, it takes a village, it really does. So again, we have to make stronger choices, but the stronger choices come with the stronger prayer life. The stronger choices come with stronger convictions. You know what I mean? Stronger values and deeply rooted. We have to be deeply rooted in life. And what life is through Christ. Not deeply rooted in, the hours and all the extra. I mean, if you got to work a lot, that's what you have to do. We understand that. I mean, I understand that, and but it has to become a point where, like the scripture says, if you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, all these things will be added to you. So what I'm saying is, once we get our priorities together, if everybody's priorities are together, a lot of things in this world that are going on right now would not be happening. A lot of people we talk about, we very rarely talk about mental illness. But then we talk about it once somebody, shoots up a church, or when somebody shoots up an event in Vegas, or when somebody takes a vehicle and drives it through a crowd of people. Those are all things that, no, I mean, there's a lot of parents out here that are really trying to raise their children up in the way in which they should, train their children up in the way in which they should go, so that when they grow older, they shall not turn from it. And that's a proverb. But see, the issue is everybody's not doing the same thing. We're not all on the same page. We're not all like, what, this world needs to change, and it needs to change now. And we're saying it, but we're not doing anything about it. So we all have to start with ourselves, start changing ourselves, improving ourselves, allowing God to do those things. Stronger prayer life. The best battles have been won. The strongest battles, the worst battles have been won in a position of being on your knees, praying, fasting, believing, and praying without ceasing, and having a faith that does not waver. Okay? So in closing, I just wanted to say that we need to get to a place where we're getting back to the basics. We're getting back to what we need to do. If you can't if your side mechanic, your back alley mechanic can't figure out what's wrong with your car, and then you go to, another auto body shop, typically what happens is somebody's going to contact the dealer, which is the manufacturer. So what we have to do as human beings is we have to start going and contacting the manufacturer. We need to get with Jehovah God so that we can start figuring these things out and getting the help that we need to get so that we can be well-oiled machines and fully functioning individuals. But again, we have to have more love, which brings peace, it brings joy, it brings happiness, it covers all things, and hate brings the pain, the agony, the death. The wages of sin is death. Okay, so false balance is an abomination to the Lord, and that's where a lot of us in today's society are messing up, because we have a false balance. We're at work more than we are spending time with our children or our spouses, or we spend more time on Facebook than we do in our Bible apps or in our actual Bible. We spend more time gossiping and talking trash than we do praying. So that's just all I wanted to say. Again, personal page on Facebook is Ronald L. Whatley Jr. My fan page is Real Word with Ronald Whatley Jr. on Facebook. And my Instagram handle is Real Word RW. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Again, I'm an overcomer, and you're an overcomer because it's within us. Peace.